And ladies and gentlemen, we got Salt versus KSC. Game 3 with a spot in winner's bracket quarterfinals on the line. Winner's bracket on the line. Let's take a look at what these teams are bringing and go from there. So for the side of KSC, we've got Ledge Gearing, Ledge Harugamo, Gdansk, and Daring, Ledge Des Moines, Salem, Stalingrad, Vermont, and a Conquistador. For the side of Salt, we got Yuyang, Daring, Napoli, Stalingrad, Marseille, Legendary Montana, and St. Vincent. So let's see how these teams are going to go from there. So, as we watch, looks like a fairly heavy push for KSC towards C. Honestly, maybe Conquer and then Gdansk get later if they don't get a pick B. But a lot of force over there towards C for them, and more even split for the side of Salt. More even split for the side of Salt. We'll see how... Okay, so as we continue to look, let's see how they're going to split them out here. So we're seeing that heavy split we talked about. Yeah, it's a Gdansk and a Conquer. Hatake Yoshi looking to try to get the shots. And he has the radar range to get Darth Vader Pugs if he chooses to. Is Pugs just going to drive straight onto the island? This may come back to bite him. Watch for this radar here. Especially with the lack of help that Pugs has. There's the radar. Radar only goes for 8 seconds. He can turn out immediately. But he's got to be very careful. Takes the 3K. Gets out of there. Wiggles. Manages to maintain most of his health, but the problem is that he's given up B for it. Hadn't bit in yet, so we're going to keep an eye and see where it goes from there. Now, shots in, but I think it's going to be too late on Malikan. We'll see. It'll be tight, actually. Nope, not close enough to reset. That feels real bad. Didn't quite get the reset in. You got the Stalingrad radar going. You're going to get some shells in on him, but you don't get the reset, so they have the cap, and that is ticking fast. Right now, about 30,000 health lead, so we'll have to monitor that as it continues to go. Daring smokes up. Takes a hit, though. Now, Yuyang going to be able to get in and take a no contest. Gdansk takes 7,000 also in damage, so we've got to watch this. There's a lot to watch here. Other thing to watch is Stalingrad and these torps. Looks like he's primed to dodge them. And so we go out big picture again. A being taken, this will slow the points differential, but not by a ton yet. And now we hear the big gun sound. Vermont spotted. Shells in, down to 91,000, so he's taking about 10k, but they've got that nice long smoke line, and Napoli having to cut away. Now watch this Marseille push. The advantage of the Marseille is they've used their speed boost, but they're already there and they can start to roll down the edge. And Conqueror is really good against Marseilles, but they may start to do some work there. Now those torps are going to help here because he's going to take not one but two. And so he's going to DCP. That heal probably takes him up to mid 70Ks, but still, forcing out a Conqueror heal early, lowering the amount you can, and letting your Marseilles just continue to do work always feels good. Over here, nothing major yet. Beyond Yu Yang took some damage at some point there. So the push through A now happening, and this is what I was talking about. Marseilles are going to go down the flank where it's dark, and yeah, he heals up to 74K. They're going to both take the shots at where they knew the conch was. Are they going to hit? They do hit. That's going to spot him because of the fire on him. Or no, there's no fire on him. It's just, guess they got close enough to spot. But watch as Salt starts to take control of that side of the map. It's a 2-to-1 cap, and the Vermont takes a chunk down to 31K. 6 minutes until victory for KSC, but look at that health differential. That's starting to be a bit big with that 90,000 health differential. So we'll continue to monitor that. Shots coming out on the St. Vincent of Awesome. Now, Conqueror of John the Impaler is where he starts to run into trouble. He's got the heal, but he's got to time it well, and if he doesn't, the Marseilles will just farm him down. They haven't even, I'm going to bet, used reload booster. Yeah, they haven't used the reload booster. There's the double fire. He knows he can heal up. He's just trying to run. It's the problem of how long until he gets... They spot the Yu Yang, so he'll slow down, but there's a point that comes where it just doesn't matter. Like, the heal's popped. And they're using it. But there comes a point where it may not matter. Daring of Malakin takes some damage. St. Vincent forced back. But this should allow the Daring to push in and take B. And so John the Impaler, we talked about it. Look, already down to 26K again. They're going to try to smoke him out. They're going to run out of time if they're not careful. And Vermont also on fire. Very good job by Salt of burning down the KSC DDs. The problem is that points difference still at 160. Now, the danger here is the trap that's just been sprung. You've got the double smoke line trying to deny the Marseille Yu Yangs the combination. They'll spot Hataki. Conqueror of John the Impaler, if they get him with that radar, which they very well... Oh, they do. That should be a dead Conqueror here. He's got 12 seconds to heal. That should be a dead Conqueror. But that might be a dead Marseille in return. They go for Hataki, and that's where that might have been a mistake. 1 second. If Raindrop had shot the Conqueror, he would be definitely dead. He might still die to these Yu Yang Torps. I'm trying to get the angle to watch them. Yep, there we go. They get John the Impaler. We talked about Russian balance for life going to go down. But you take that for the fact that you just completely obliterated their Prentice ship. And now you've got control over 2 caps, and you're kiting it back here. Gearing also doesn't have a way out of this fight without choosing to go dark. Like, if he shoots, he will go. Napoli should be helping on him. Ganser at 12,000 and dropping. Vermont at 17,000. Vermont at 6,000. This is becoming dangerous. It's becoming very dangerous for KSC. They're losing a lot of health. Now, they have brought it back down some with that St. Vincent damage. He does have the heal. He's going to just peek in behind that island and sit there. Unfortunately, the Yu Yang Deep Waters aren't going to do anything for now. And keep an eye up here. Team's got to push through. And right now, don't have a spot really to push through. Vermont opens up again. St. Vincent gonna start to have angle pretty soon. Doesn't quite have range right now, but he's gonna be able to pretty soon. And Vermont has no heals left, so what you see is what you get. Down to 18,000. If this is a fire, it's not a fire, but 17,000 on the dot. This is very interesting match. Very interesting match. Now, so what's got to happen here? You're going to see the Daring start to cut up north. Gdansk's trying to guard south. They've got to get in here. Stalingrad v. Stalingrad. And then Napoli Yu Yang trying to defend corners. Points lead still narrowly in favor of KSC, but with 9.5 minutes left, there's not a ton of time. And so now we see that spotting on the Daring. Daring using his final heal. 10,000 health. Shots in on the back of the Stalingrad, only down to 32,000. He breathes a sigh of relief. And that Stalingrad radar continues to keep Malakin spotted. Malakin down under 9,000. A fire here would be absolutely devastating. Down under 6,000. Uh-oh, this might just kill him. Nope, it doesn't quite hit properly. They continue to get little chips off. They gotta watch that they don't lose pugs. Stalingrad takes another chunk, down to 33,000, down to 24,000. IKX Blitz in danger. We look over this way. Vermont at 17,000. Another hit coming on him.
The enemy is about to win.
And right now, Salt takes the lead. Stalingrad of Blitz down to 19k. Still need that push into B. They've done a lot of good work on the cruisers and this firing line down here, trying to get them the win. Meantime, for the side of Salt, they're trying to burn down and finish out this Stalingrad. He's got the DCP. They know they need to finish him. They've also got the Vermont down low. But watch these shells in. This is where we watch. 11-7, 11-4. He pops the DCP immediately. They've got Salt penned. But do they have Salt penned enough to get the kills? That's the question I don't know the answer to yet. Blitz about to have the heal back. And the problem is just trying to get all this dark. They're going to use that to smoke up the Marseille, get the Marseille dark. It's a really nice, effective timing. Even though he takes a lot of damage. And they get the Stalingrad of Blitz with the Montana shots. And Marseille's got to be careful. He's going to take torps otherwise. St. Vincent being focused down. Down to 5,000. Vermont all the way back in the edge. Down to 12-7. And they spot Malakin. This is dangerous for Malakin. They get the Marseille with the torps. And they're about to get the St. Vincent. Oh, but the Malakin beaching. Malakin beachings might have saved his life. It's not going to, though. He DCPs. He goes down, ladies and gentlemen. St. Vincent is about to go down as well. That'll buy back some time. Can they get Darth Vader pugs? Still anybody's game if they can get these kills. They don't get Darth Vader pugs yet. They got him at 1,800. He has a DCP ready. St. Vincent at 2,000. He goes down. Darth Vader pugs, 600. Darth Vader pugs gets away with 600 health. It's a minute 9 to victory. Problem is, there's no radars here, and there's some deep waters coming right at this Des Moines. Des Moines about to take some damage here. I don't know how many it's going to be. I think it's going to be 2. He's going to try to turn him. He's not going to turn him properly. He's down to 22,000 with everything he takes. It's a big hit. And with D being contested, 40 seconds until NACL takes out KSC. Can they do it? Can they finish it? $30 left. Harugamo about to get into A. That'll buy them 20 seconds. Vermont goes down, though, and that'll do it, ladies and gentlemen. The Vermont goes down. KSC will go down. Salt wins this series 2-1, and they move on to winners bracket semifinals.